10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Joy Seekers are live.
And here we are again. Welcome to another hour of
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Now, it's intellectual discussion.
Oh, is that what it is?
discussion. There we are.
No, mayhem.
Hello to Brian, to Lauren, to Jerry, to Jade93, or it could be Jay. Yep. Where else we got? Oh, no, we've done Jerry. Right. Anyway, so
Jerry.
welcome. It's Sunday again. Back to work tomorrow. What's this? After watching a couple of videos, I guess this is now the FPV show. Where did you get that idea, Jerry?
It has been lately, Jerry.
FPV? What do you mean FPV? We don't know nothing about FPV, do we, Terry?
No, we know nothing about it, do we?
They've gone to the dark side.
The dark side.
Completely.
This is the dark side.
We're still sensible, aren't we?
No, you're not. No, you're not, because every time I take it out of the case, you've got
Given half a chance.
I can assure you, be witness to anyone who's watching right now, before long, Jackie, Marcus, or Kev, who's going to be the next one to get the DJI FPV drone? Because it's going to be one of them.
Skydio isn't coming soon, so
Skydio. The Skydio sold last year.
Yeah, no, I still love the Skydio. Marcus is still going to give me that lovely Skydio.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, go
I
get the
know
Skydio.
he's going to give me that drone.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Sally. Hi, Kim.
Oh, Kim.
What else? Kim's going to get the FPV.
Kim's going to get the DJI FPV,
Yeah.
isn't you, Kim?
Yeah. A nice mixture. See that? I know he's coming. Look, I know.
It's just that sound that you get when you're wearing it. Here he is, look. Thunderbirds of Skydio.
We're so predictable.
Too quick.
It's gone. Too late. No good.
Oh,
It's beautiful, isn't it? What a beautiful beastie. Marcus, tell us about the Parrot Anafi that you flew
Oh,
recently.
yeah.
Yeah, so the Anafi is a drone. You know, it's been out for
Hi, Steve.
about over 3 years now, and I had one and I sold it and I regretted it. So a friend of mine pointed out to me that I could buy a refurbished one on Woot.com, which is part of Amazon, for $299. And so, heck yeah, I jumped on it. And you know what? It's just a drone that's going to be part of my fleet. It's a fun little drone. It's full featured. It does everything. And I pointed out to Jackie that it does have a race mode where it kind of emulates FPV. And you can hook goggles up to it, by the way.
Yeah.
They have goggles that you can hook up to it. And it will bank and so forth. It's still in GPS mode, but it will kind of give you that feeling a little bit.
I reckon you could stick a GoPro on top of it as well, couldn't you?
You likely could, but I'm not sure why you would want to. It's got a fantastic camera on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kim, shut it. Enough, plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me show you what I've done.
You super glued them on.
Controller aerials. Oh, he left them on. That's right. I forgot about that. He didn't put them on, did he?
that was so funny, right? We got to this
Thank
quarry.
you, Kim.
He sets off
Hi,
through the
Drone
quarry,
Views Media. How are you?
gets a certain bit away, and then says,
Mr. Deere,
oh,
you all right?
I've lost signal. What's going on? I've lost signal. I'm going, well, I can still see it. How can you have lost signal? And then he goes up and he's lost signal again, and he comes back, and then you twigged, didn't you? You hadn't put your antennas on.
So what have we done then, Terry?
See that?
You cannot put the goggles on without being
Without taking that off.
Yeah.
What you also have a sun shield in the back of the goggles.
I've got one of them, yeah. Mine holds the air.
Yeah. So I'll attach that to the.
Yeah. But mine is
You'll
actually,
never
Terry,
forget again.
the thing is, Terry, that sun shield, got a quick question for you. Does that stay in there if you tip I mean, I don't get that thing. It keeps falling out. Is your Velcroed in or something? Mine keeps falling out.
No.
It
I
just,
just put some super glue on the lenses.
I expected that to fit in there quite snugly, and it doesn't.
Oh, it does.
Mine just stays in there, and of course I've got the aerials. The little aerials are actually put into little pockets. As soon as I tip it upside down, on the floor.
I got a fabulous backpack to put mine in, and you have to take the aerials off, which is why I forgot to put them on. Jackie was talking. You know what it's like when they're talking.
My fault. Yeah, right. Does anyone like that? No.
No.
A man's prerogative, blaming the woman.
I said, Jackie, don't
Hi,
you dare
Steve.
tempt
Another
one.
Steve. We've got
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's been very wet here in Spain. Like Steve has just said, we've rained all day. It hasn't stopped raining.
Hi, Luke's here as well. Now, while you're here, Luke and Kim and Kev, actually, yeah, we're organising this meetup for next month. I've got who's interested. Now, Kim has sort of suggested there's a great. I asked him, where does he know of a place we can go flying? And he said that there's a place over in near Kettering. So, you guys, if you're up for it. How far is Kettering from you, Kev? It's not far from you, is it?
11 miles.
11 miles. So I've got, just let me know if you PM me or whatever. Let me know who's interested in going.
Have we got a date?
Well, I've got to work the date out, to be fair, because the guy who I go flying with, my spotter, my eyes, Shane, if you're watching, I'm sure he is somewhere. We're going to work it around his work. He works every other weekend. So I said, well, we'll sort of fit it in there. So Luke's in. Right, Luke?
Yeah.
Funky Duck, Gary. Evening, ladies and jelly beans.
We can't come, unfortunately, Steve. But
no. Well, we to be honest, I just get a bit fed up with the Spanish lot going out flying. We don't get any fun, do we, Kev? So that's it.
Right.
We're out next week.
It's about time you all had to.
Yeah.
Well, according to the weatherman, summer is going to start on June the 1st. We're going to have some nice high pressure, warm weather.
Well, that's good news because May.
Provided you've had your jabs, Kev.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had jabs, no.
I won't start then.
Ah, okay.
I've had mine, both of mine.
My second one a week tomorrow.
We are wide open in the United States. No masks required. Everything's wide open. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, Germany have barred us. We can't go to Germany anymore.
No.
Well, Europe got 0 last night. We got 0, didn't we? 0.
Yeah, like Steve says, the Spanish people, the whole drone seekers haven't been together since November.
But can you okay now? The border's open now in Spain now.
Well, the border's open, but we can't meet up as a whole group because we're still limited to 6 people. So
why can't you have 6 and 6 then?
Well, I suppose we kind of could do that.
Well, you can, but Pete, we've been doing our own thing, really, mainly because the border's closed.
Yeah.
And as Jackie said, it's a limited number of people. So
They'll open it up.
We've got lots of new members, so I'm looking forward to when we can.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
meet up, having a big old meet up. It'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm just hoping that by September I can come out there and I'll come sort you all out.
Hey, Steve, how closed up is the UK? In other words, are the borders open? If I wanted to fly to the UK, could I?
are you on the green list?
I'm not sure what list you're on, but so you can come over now. If you're on the red list, you'd have to quarantine for 10 days. I think pretty much, and that's in a hotel, Kev, isn't it? It's on the amber list. You have to. What?
Amber is also quarantined, but it doesn't have to be a hotel, I think.
Even if you've been vaccinated and
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah,
We're being a bit too strict, aren't we?
Yeah.
well, just for that, I'm not coming to your meetup.
Yeah. Come to Spain instead, Marcus. You
There
don't
you
have to
go.
quarantine here.
Save the airfare, Marcus, and buy an FPV.
I mean, this is the thing that Spain are now saying, come on over. Unfortunately, our government's saying yes, but don't forget to quarantine when you come back.
When you come back, yeah. Well,
So-
it's halfway there, isn't it? I
Yeah.
suppose.
I mean, I'm hoping, maybe by September. So let's
Oh, you'll be okay.
Fingers crossed.
No, Gary, you're the same. I'm not a big fan of needles. I must admit, I used to have a real phobia about them. But I just think
Needles is better than COVID, hey?
well, I mean, to be honest, with you, if there's anything, the next one is anything like the first one, I still can't remember them doing it. So
that's all right.
when I come round, I've done it.
So, Jackie, have you had your jabs yet?
No.
Yeah.
Here in Mercia, they're doing the 50 to 59-year-olds next month, I think. So I've still got to wait.
Kim is saying
40
here,
to 49s will be after that.
Kim
In the
saying
United
he
States,
got a lollipop and a sticker. I got a poxy sticker. I didn't get no lollipop.
they're vaccinating children now in the United States, 12 and up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie and I went to a really good site though when we flew the quarry, didn't we? And
Yeah.
I was saying before we opened that the landscape there is fabulous because you've got flat areas, you've got cliffs, you've got canyons. It's brilliant, and we found that really, really interesting to fly. It was good fun.
I found with my footage that it goes from light to dark quite a lot because the quarry's bright white, and then of course you've got the dark sky, the dark bushes.
That's right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to get I need to get filters now for the FPV.
Luke said he's going to the AstraZeneca. You'll start rapping. I'll sing Bob Marley songs next.
Oh, AstraZeneca. They give you a funny coloured hat.
Luke, you're far too young, mate. You can't. I don't think you will have that. I don't think you can. I mean, anyone under a certain age can only have the Pfizer jab.
Oh, I just had a Pfizer jab, so I must be young.
All the cool kids get Pfizer. That's what I've been saying.
No, it's only
look,
because
here,
no one else wants
You're
it.
going to get the Johnson one, and it's just a one jab.
One and done. Yeah.
Well done.
Yep,
Yeah,
well done.
Who's getting that?
Jackie.
Well, hopefully us. That's what they're doing in my town now, anyway.
Come on,
Oh,
then.
good.
You wait till you get that Indian variant come over, then you'll need the Punjab.
The Punjab. Oh, Kev.
Oh.
I got to get up early in the morning to get past Kev.
I like that.
I see Jean is saying to Jackie, are you flying auto or manual?
What's she
I
mean?
think-
Your camera settings. If you set
Oh,
your camera,
all right.
what I do,
I don't know.
I'm terrible.
I put up histograms. Did whatever Harvey suggested I did. Do you
Luke says,
remember?
Well, there,
really pickled me.
at the quarry, because of the variance in light with the white against the green against the grey, you're better off, I think, in auto.
Perhaps I'll pop it back in auto then.
Pop it back.
Because
because
otherwise,
you're
you're
into
always
that.
blooming adjusting it, aren't you?
Yeah, and you should be adjusting your white balance with that histogram, and you're doing it for one area. Whereas
Yeah.
the difference,
You're gonna
as
put
we
that.
both know,
Or end up with a corner.
there is
Oh, it just kept changing. Yeah, the
Keeps
whole
changing.
time.
Yeah.
Even
So-
though I already failed the Pfizer.
Failed it.
I didn't know you could fail.
Don't
Oh.
work.
What does
Hi,
that mean?
Harvey.
Oh, talking to devil.
Oh, Harvey.
Look at the devil, yeah. Hi, Harvey.
He'll wonder what he's missed now, won't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Harvey, yeah.
Yes, sure, stop it now.
Tell him
You
to-
have to scroll back through the text and see what they've
Yeah.
said about you.
Hey, Steve. So you were before in the pre-show. You were showing your battery charger. So did you ultimately buy more batteries then for your FPV drone?
Right, yeah, because I mean, the one thing, you can get these multi-chargers. Now, the one thing with DJI chargers, I mean, no disrespect to them, but I mean, if you've got 4 batteries, 3 batteries, or whatever, so you put the batteries on, and the one that's got the most charge charges first,
Right.
so you got a full battery quicker. Okay, but I thought, well, with the DJI with the FPV batteries, I thought, was there something different? So I looked on Amazon and found this little charger. Now, this charger is something different because it charges all the batteries at once.
Simultaneously.
And together.
It flies them all at the same time, and it takes 1 hour to charge 3 batteries. So
Yeah,
happy days.
I had one of those for the Mavic Pro, but it kept giving me an error on one of the batteries, saying it's
All
going
right.
to be charging. Nothing wrong with the battery, but it's that battery charger that would keep giving me the error.
Right, the only thing I read on there, Kev, is the fact that if your battery has got more than 90% charge in it, you won't put the other 10% in it. It just refuses.
Yeah.
So what you need are flat batteries, basically.
Well, all my batteries go down to 50%.
Yeah.
Once I've finished, but it would always give me the error, so I don't use it anymore. I just use the DJI one.
I mean, the beauty of that charge. I mean, it's how it works at the moment. I mean, how long it's going to last for, I don't know. But I mean, the beauty of that charge is the fact that you plug that in there, and you can actually plug. You've got USB ports in there, so we charge.
That's right.
When you're ready to go out, I was thinking, what do I need to charge up? I need the handset and the headset and this. You plug in things left, right, and centre. So it's just all in one foul swoop there with that box. It was quite a heavy beast, but we'll see how long it lasts for.
So Steve, you just made a good point that I'm interested in. So you're charging the batteries for the drone, and then there's that external battery for the goggles, and then you have to. There's an internal battery on the remote? Is that correct?
Yeah, the remote is like any other DJI drone. You've actually got, you just plug it. Obviously, the headset is an external battery on a lead, which I find is it's a bit strange because I don't know why I didn't have a built-in battery in the headset myself, but it's a bit weird. But
well, maybe for weight, I can understand that you don't want the weight on.
Well, there's a. I mean, the battery's not that heavy. I mean, the thing about there is actually a clip that you can get on the back of the headset.
I've got that, and it fits to the harness.
Yeah,
and it's no problem at all.
My biggest fear, if you put the thing in the pocket, your eyes are here for good. Your eyes are here, good show. You're right. Oh yes, sorry, yes, sorry, Shane. The penny just dropped. Well, sorry. Yeah, Shane's very good at spotting for me. He just gives up flying his drone. He's like, "Come on, you're flying the FPV. I'm your eyes," and he's straight there. He's excellent. I mean, I know a lot of people do go out flying without spotters, but well, I don't need to. So yeah,
what's this affiliate thing? That,
so you want me to explain that?
Right.
I'm talking about.
I can explain that a little bit. So DJI has an affiliate program that you can join, and then like when you post a video, you put a link to various DJI products in there, and if somebody clicks on that link and buys a product, you get a percentage of kickback from DJI as a credit. Now, it's not dollars that you can withdraw and spend, but you can use that credit to spend in the DJI store, and it's been very helpful to me. When I bought this Air 2S, I had about $500 in credit saved up in my affiliate account. So
Wow.
yeah, that saved me.
So are they doing away with it then?
And so they're doing away with it now. That's one thing for somebody like me or Kim or whatever, but there are creators in bigger channels that literally that's a big part of their revenue stream, right? Mm-hmm. That's how they, and you reach a certain level, and I'm not sure what it is, that they would just give you a cash payout then instead of credit. And there's some of those bigger channels that's a big part of their revenue stream. Evidently, DJI has determined that they don't need to do that for whatever reason. So, and what Kim is saying there, maybe they are they going to redo it? We don't really know if they're going to. But what we do know is that as of the 26th of this month, there will be no more payouts. So you might as well take all your DJI links down. And then they said that if by June 30th, you need to withdraw any credit that you have and put it in your
otherwise
DJI
you'll lose it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we'll see ultimately what happens. Will they come out with a new program? I hope so, but you just never know.
Kim said he's got £6.20 left. So DJI, Kim, you better give back to DJI. Perhaps they're running out of money, mate. They haven't sold enough FPV drones. Look, buy some FPV drones when you guys. DJI are running out of money.
Well, to your point, Steve, one of the cool things about it is if I was to go buy, if you had an affiliate link up and I was buying a DJI drone off of your link, it doesn't cost me any more money or anything, but it helps you because you get a little kickback and it helps support your channel. So anyway.
Oh, do you know, I've honestly, I mean, I bought DJI products and quite a few of them, but I've never bought anything from the DJI website ever.
Wow. Money from Amazon, and you can send them back to Amazon to get your money back.
For one, I mean, I found places where I can actually get stuff cheaper than I can from DJI, so why would I bother?
You can buy drones cheaper?
Yep.
I noticed Jeannie saying that she's had problems with batteries again. Her batteries are swelling.
We've got a company in the Midlands who is selling that FPV drone a damn sight cheaper, about £200 cheaper than DJI. Yeah.
See, I've not seen that in the US. It's just never been any cheaper than what you can buy it from direct from DJI. But anyway.
But the only thing is, Mark, is whereas you would actually pay in dollars, we would pay in pounds, and when the exchange rate is 1.28 dollars to the pound, it seems like we're getting ripped off a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what you're saying is DJI doesn't do the correct exchange, and
well, no, they don't, because they'll turn around and say if something is $1,000, it'll be £1,000 in the UK.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, they are ripping you off. So I've heard the same thing from people in like Australia. And I realize the Australian dollar is worth much less than the US dollar. Okay, but nonetheless, once you do the calculations, they pay almost 50% more for the equivalent drone than we do in the US. It's crazy.
Jeannie was just talking about batteries. And she's saying that 200 charges. Wow.
Well, she tries every day.
I'm telling you, Jeannie, if you got 200 charges, I'm saying you got your money's worth out of that battery.
Yeah. The two batteries that I had that swirled up are now fine. They both flattened out.
Congratulations, Luke. He's got 400 subscribers, and congratulations to our Jackie as well, because she's got 500 subscribers. And me, I've got about 5 subscribers.
I've got 57 now. Thank you, Jackie.
Well, listen, we're on that subject. I'm going to be on a program here in the United States on Wednesday night with Coast to Coast Drones. It's called Drone Therapy. They invited me as a guest. What they asked me to do is highlight 10 YouTube channels, and you might see some of my fellow drone seekers
Ooh,
channels highlighted on that show on Wednesday night. So hopefully you might pick up a few subs. I'm hoping.
Oh, I have to watch that Wednesday
All
then.
right, Jackie.
You'll be up to 1,000, Jackie.
Anyone on here not subscribed to Jackie?
It's taken a long time to get to 500.
Taken me a long time to get to 10.
You're at 60 now. You're not at 10.
Hey, Terry, I've got a plan. Just
Yeah,
open about 200 YouTube accounts and subscribe to.
I had 57 at last count.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's going up. What?
Yeah.
However, though, I always say, I mean, the Drone Seekers, I think YouTube channel's got 259 subscribers, but it's quality, not quantity.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how many of those?
I do the videos for my own enjoyment, really.
That's it.
Seriously, at the end of that.
Yeah.
And for my grandson. My grandson always comes up, "Oh, Granddad, that was great. Thank you."
Yeah, no,
No,
and
you're
that's the
Josh.
way it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
Jeannie's only got 160, so anyone
Huh.
else subscribe to Jeannie's channel? Off you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you should definitely check
And
Jeannie's
Luke.
out. She deserves more than that.
Oh, I agree with that. It's not all about subs. It's about the enjoyment of flying.
That's what I'm just saying. It isn't about the subs. At the end of the day, if people appreciate, but the thing is, how many people go on a YouTube channel and just click on it, subscribe, and do they actually mean it? They just think, "Oh, well, just
Yeah.
in case."
I agree with Gary.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Me.
So if you're talking about on YouTube, the subscriber count is not as important as number of views, and ultimately view time is what YouTube measures, and that's
Hello, Ron.
what they'll pay you out on. So
Hi, Ron. I must thank Jackie, though, because she's been mentoring me. She's been my
I told
tutor.
him to sort his thumbnails out, and he
And I
has.
have, look.
Yeah.
No, that
Oh
one.
yeah, they're beautiful now.
I had the manicure. No, I did. I did exactly as Jackie said, and I did my thumbnails different, and I got 2 extra viewers.
Cool.
Not bad, isn't it?
Anyone who hasn't checked Luke's channel out, it's okay. Suffolk from the air.
if we're on that subject, Steve, is it okay if I promote Drone Nation a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
We only
because
charge £5 a minute.
Ron and I would love to get Drone Nation above that 1,000 subs mark, because as you guys know, it brings a lot on the live show and everything. It helps you with some things that you can do. So we've been working hard and trying to get Drone Nation above 1,000. Just Steve, for the same reason that we need to get Drone Seekers above 1,000. Drone Seekers International. So,
but as I said before, now we've actually got 200. Last look tonight was 259 subscribers. Okay, now at the moment there's 28 people watching this show. That is more than 10%, which means if you've got 6,000 subscribers to get so you'd need 600 people watching your show. So bear that in mind, because it's all about percentage, isn't it? You know, if you've got 259 people subscribing and you've got more than 10% of them watching, how many people can do that? Think about it.
well, let me tell you what I'm going to do, Steve. I am going to promote the heck out of Drone Seekers on Wednesday night on Coast to Coast Drones.
Oh, good on you, Marcus. Good on you. I've just been watching Gettysburg, by the way. I just thought I'd mention that. I didn't realise it was a 4-hour film.
Oh,
I have
dear.
never seen that one, Terry. It's
Oh,
really
it's-
good?
It is excellent. I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
What's that?
super. Martin Sheen was good. That's
Yeah.
all I recognised.
Oh my God, what am I doing? So I'm just having a moment here. Just
Why?
Hey, you're welcome to it, Steve. We're okay with that.
yeah, you carry on talking among yourself. I'm busy.
He's telling lies. He's saying he's never done a live show yet. He's been on this one.
He's been
So
on
who's that?
Damn, you have.
Yeah. This
Who?
is the Drone Seekers show. You're a drone seeker, therefore
Yeah.
you've done a live show.
Kim,
I think what he's saying, Jackie, is that he has not done a live stream on his own
His
channel.
channel.
Yeah.
Well, that don't matter, does it?
Kim, you don't need.
I will have
Yeah,
to invite him back.
Counts.
Where the hell?
Ron
Yeah.
Brown is asking why we don't have a guest tonight. So
But I'm trying to sort that one out. But at the moment, I'm struggling.
Because we're busy talking about.
You want me to
FPV.
send him the link, Steve?
No, I found it. I couldn't find Ron without anybody else.
Okay.
There we
We're
are.
having a new T-shirt made for Steve and I,
Anyway.
by the way.
Whilst I still think
FTV
about it,
across there.
while it's fresh in my mind, next week is going to be hopefully a little bit of a special show
Oh,
because, well, this is the Drone Seekers. This is Drone Seekers International. Okay, so we're going to have someone from Borders Drone Seekers on here, someone from Midland Drone Seekers, someone from Drone Seekers Philippines.
excellent.
We're going to have lots of drone seekers on here next week. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but hey, we'll wait and
There'll be
see.
no room for us, though.
Well,
What's the maximum you can have in one go?
Tough stuff. Huh?
I'll send in a recording of my joke.
we'll be very. Jay, you got a new phone? Yeah, Jay was going to come flying with us today, but unfortunately, his phone decided to give up the ghost. So that was good. Anyway,
Wow,
Kim.
well,
So
you always have
Kim,
to have
don't
an
forget
extra.
next week. Should we play some music? Don't forget.
Hey, Ron.
As if by magic, he appears.
Look at that cool hat.
Ron,
Hello, drone
That's
seekers.
not it.
Ron,
Hi, Ron.
is it summer there?
I get a little extra money every time I wear this hat.
Is that an Idaho quadcopter hat?
I dropped a big hint about Idaho quadcopter caps. It never
Luke. Luke, do you want to come and join us now? More the merrier. Come on, Luke. You
Come
wanna
on, Luke.
And
Come on, Luke.
I could.
Go on, Luke. Get dressed and come on.
You said it now, Luke. See, be careful what you wish for.
We got some feedback coming from someplace.
Yeah, we got
I
some
think.
echo.
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah,
Hold
Luke.
on. It's probably me. Hold on.
Echo.
It was fun till
Echo,
one
it was me. I had the show going on the other window. It was me. Sorry, folks. You have to excuse us. You have to excuse us Americans. We're just not
Thank you,
that
Bob.
tech savvy.
That's all right, Luke. We just see your shoulders and head.
I'll tell you what, Luke. I'll tell you what we do, because obviously
Can I just say I typed that and pressed send before Luke said he was naked?
I'm leaving if somebody's getting naked on this show.
I got my pajamas on, Luke.
come on.
You get the pajamas again, Terry?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Bye,
so
Gary.
hot.
See you next week. Take
It's
care.
so hot here in the Jersey Shore. I got shorts on.
Oh,
Is he
hang
hot?
on.
Bye, Gary.
Oh boy.
He's got to
Oh,
get
they're not the stripy ones, Terry.
Yeah,
No, they're black.
They're not your good ones, Terry.
They're all black.
I'm
You're
doing
embarrassing Marcus.
You can get away in sweatpants with those, Terry.
Don't worry what?
You
Doing
can
a
get away
handstand.
with pulling in sweatpants.
So Jeannie's getting a new MP3, MP2, MP3. It's music file, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's interesting, Steve. Did you hear that a lot of the drone dealers, this is last call for the Mavic 2 Pro. The dealers won't be able, they had put their final orders in for the Mavic 2 Pro, and there won't be any more orders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Must
Is
be
that-
As
that-
reported by Drone DJ.
That's because of the Mavic 3 that's coming out.
Well, I'm not saying that. All I can tell you is that dealers they told the dealers this is your last call to order Mavic 2 Pros. I don't want to start any rumors, Steve.
Mavic
Well,
3.
no, Jeannie, get an FPV. FPV, Jeannie.
Ron, have you got a DJI FPV drone yet?
Oh, could you imagine
I
Jeannie
don't,
with
but I think
FPV?
somebody on this panel has one. 2 people on this panel have one, right?
I'll
Yep.
tell you what, you've got to get one, Ron. You'd love it.
2 above, yeah.
Now, how do you make it out with those goggles, Steve?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The only thing I would say is, I mean, the weird thing about it, when I actually tried the DJI simulator, I did get a bit sort of
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But the real thing was all right, wasn't it?
real thing's
The real
fine.
thing's
I
fine.
think the best thing, realistically, I mean, people said this as well, is to actually literally just sit in a seat and with your head down. That's the best way to do it.
I did notice
It's the same when you're
Jackie,
flying it as well. Sit down with your head down.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
not
what I
like
mean.
that.
yeah, I was going to say, I noticed that Jackie was kind of, yeah.
I've never done it before. I didn't know the rules.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well,
Totally understandable.
the strange thing about, I come back today, and I said to Haley's mum, I said, I'll show you the video. It's obviously records in the headset as well. So I'll give her the headset. When people are holding the headset like that, when the drone's moving, they're moving the head like this. I think you want to move the head. You don't sit there watching TV moving yet. Oh dear.
Hey Steve, I'm glad you brought up the DJI FPV drone. There were also rumors this week, I believe, from Drone DJ, which is an American website publication that posts leaks. They had a leak of a smaller FPV drone from DJI. And that's, I think, where Marcus and I may get more interested. I want something a little bit more smaller, like those Whoop type things and whatever. I don't really need this full size one. If they could get me a little Whoop like a Park Flyer, I may be more interested, especially at a much lower cost of entry to get in. Like if you're not into FPV at all and you got to spend, I don't know what the pounds conversion is, but if you got to pay $1,300 US just to get in something you've never done before, that's a lot of money just to jump in.
Yeah, I mean,
if you could jump in for half that price, I think you get more people to try it that never did FPV before. Just
the only thing I would say is, when DJI first brought an FPV drone out, I thought, what they're playing at, and I can see exactly what they're playing at. It's very clever marketing because it gets people like me and Terry, who haven't got a clue about FPV flying, into FPV flying. That's it.
I slightly disagree there because I've done an awful lot of research. 4 or 5 months, I've crashed 2 of the things. I didn't buy it to go fly in loops and rolls and in and out. I just wanted a bit of fun, something a bit different.
But that's the thing though, Terry. The FPV thing of flying it is the fun part of it, isn't it?
Exactly. Instead
of a drone going in straight lines, and it's sort of.
But Terry, you had a lot of experience with the older DJI goggles.
I did, Ron, indeed. Because you always used to comment, "Oh, look, Terry's got his goggles on again."
Terry sat down in the chair long before he got an FPV drone.
Actually, that's another thing about those goggles. Now, Robin is another friend in Spain. Him and his wife Marisol, or his girlfriend Marisol, are doing production videos, and they're using 2 controllers. Now, I'm going to next time we meet, take those other goggles down and see if they're better for Marisol to view what she's filming, and she'll get a far better view of what she's filming and controlling the drone as well.
So Terry, Robin does the flying and Marisol operates the camera. Is that it?
That's right. Yeah.
So could both of them wear goggles then?
No, not necessarily, because if she's got the goggles on, she'll get the view of what they're filming.
The first-person view.
The first-person view.
You just brought up a point, Terry, on the Air 2S. Well, DJI's had it for a while. They had it on the Air 2, now on the Air 2S. Yeah. They have what they call focus track in spotlight mode. And what's fascinating about that is that you set a point of interest. It will keep that camera on the point of interest, and then you just fly the drone, and it will always keep the camera in the center of frame or wherever you set that point of interest. You could set it on the side of the frame.
Yeah, that is good. That's like, and
I think with the goggles, you can set it so that as you turn your head, the camera will turn as well.
Ah, yes.
Don't quote me on that, because I'm pretty sure that when my other friend Steve was flying with his goggles, that's exactly what he was doing, controlling it with his head. So I don't know. I'm going to take them down next time we meet and see what they think.
So the next thing is then, Terry, the motion controller. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've looked at that and looked at people, and people have said how wonderful it is, and I think it probably is. But at the moment, I want to get full control of it using the controller.
See, my thoughts are, Terry, I think you can get better control with that than you can the handset.
With the controller?
I think you can probably get better that motion controller. I mean, I watched, is it Dunstan Dunhill, is it? Dunstan Dunhill?
Yep, that's the
Yeah.
From Hawaii.
He watched his videos. I mean, I was actually slightly sort of frightened the life. He flew it 4.5 miles out and come back, and he couldn't make it right back.
No.
So he had to land it and then go and drive after it. Train.
Did he find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dustin's had a lot of close calls over the years, Steve.
Yeah.
I just thought so, but I mean, he shows these drones and he puts them through the paces. I mean, he's even talking about the sensors. He flew it towards the chair, and he said, "Let's see if it stops at the chair." Smack right into the chair. No, it doesn't.
It went straight into the chair, didn't it? Yeah. I think that controller would be good.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm fully concentrating on using the controller, the radio controller as normal. I don't want to go any further at the moment.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I just find the controller. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to sort of look at this smart thing and see how it pans out. I'd love to borrow one to try it.
I'll follow you then, Steve.
What we drove in the ditch, you know.
Does any other drones come with that type of controller?
No. So Jay was saying earlier on, he was talking about he's got my old FPV drone, which I bought and never flew, and Jay's been spending hours upon hours messing around, sort of setting up to do this and do that, and he's made some great progress. But again, the thing is, with a DJI FPV drone, you don't know it's out of the box and fly it. You know, and that's what I'm saying. This is where it makes it look. Just makes it easier.
Well, for wrinklies, that's exactly what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking about motion controllers, Ron, should we tell them about the Golden Egg drone?
Yes, this isn't the first motion controller
Not even
drone.
close.
Ah, there you go.
Now I've seen that.
I remember the golden egg.
Is that the ostrich egg with the legs that come down?
No, this is a little toy drone, and it has the controller is a little motion controller like that. And Ron made a video with it. I made a video with it, and we that drone traveled around. We sent it to people, and it we called it the Walk of Shame because it was difficult to control, and you would take it out there and crash it. And then you had to do the Walk of Shame to go out and pick it up. Yeah.
But don't worry, the drone had very little range to it, so those walks weren't all that
They weren't that bad.
But on a serious side, Steve, remember the unique hexacopter drone? It came with sort of a motion wand type controller. Didn't come with it. It was an option for the unique hexacopter drone from 4 years ago.
Steve's saying that Steve Justice flew it with the control of the motion sensor. It's an extension of your arm. You see, that's my theory. You know, if you think about it, if you can actually just point in a direction, you know, you must have better control. I don't know. But,
I think it'll be fine. I really do think it'll be fine. But for me at the moment, my preference is to get to use what I've got and be proficient. And
well, if I get one, I'll let you know how I get on.
Well, yeah, when you come out.
Talking about flying through hoops, I've got to fly through hoops next week, Terry.
You've got to put my hoops up again. I might do my hoops again tomorrow in the rain.
Luke was just saying about the Inspire 2. We talked about the Inspire because obviously you got separate control, and that camera is absolutely is quite something else. I mean, I flew an Inspire today actually. After I flew me FPV for a while, I flew Shane's Mavic Inspire.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a
Jade's made a good point there as well.
Well, yeah, that's what John Coopy was saying, wasn't it, Marcus?
Yeah.
You add all the bits up.
Yeah,
but there is one thing, when you break bits, you can replace them, whereas with the DJI one, it's not so easy, is it?
Well, the only thing is with I took out the DJI Refresh, and then suddenly realised after about half an hour after I'd done it, I'd made the biggest mistake ever. Because so they're going to replace my drone at a cost of £259, and then the next time I crash it, they're going to replace my drone at a cost of £279. I can't see the drone's worth that amount of money.
Well, if you tried to buy the drone by itself, Steve, isn't it about 600 and some pounds? So,
well, I've seen them for £390.
Really?
Just a drone, yeah.
Well, the FPV?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a drone on its own. I'm not talking about a lot of bleeding military. There are a lot of people in the UK actually buying that whole kit. They're selling the drone and the controller because all they want it for is the goggles.
The goggles.
The goggles, the
You can buy the
V2
goggles for £550. That's how much they are. Those goggles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
When I
interesting.
saw a drone, I'd definitely buy another one. Just the drone.
Oh, no, that's a good point, Terry. I think that makes a lot of sense. Just
Having a spare around.
buy
Huh?
it and have it. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the thing is, as well, a lot of people put these braces on them between them. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, yeah,
I
I think it was Tim that did that, didn't he?
The braces go between
the
legs.
two legs.
I don't think if you actually smash it into a brick wall, I don't think it'd help one little bit. It'd probably break two legs instead of one. But at the end of the day, the only thing is the views I saw on it to actually put them on, they're quite tight to go on there. I'll be worried about breaking, so I'm trying to get them off again. They won't go in the case with them because my cases are cross. It's like.
Yeah.
Could you cut a groove or something?
You'd have to cut. You'd have to cut a groove in the case, but I'm not really keen on the idea of doing that. But anyway, for someone who wants to talk about insurance, there's a is it Heli Guy? I think it is in the UK, and they do a wonderful insurance, and there's no excess cover anything. They cover the drone, so I don't know how many times you can crash it before they get fed up and tell you to go away.
Would they cover you for a DJI FPV?
Well, I mean, it's part of the deal when you go on their website to buy it, but I don't know. I mean, it was a lot cheaper than the DJI Refresh as well, which is about 180 quid on it. Something like that.
I don't think I would renew mine personally.
No. Well, the way they were talking about this refresh thing is that in the first year you get 2 replacements, like they're giving them to you. No, you're not DJI. You're not giving. You're selling them to me.
No.
And in the second year you can only have 1. Oh dear.
Oh, that's not so good.
So I'm not impressed at all, really. After I realised I'd taken it out, and afterwards I thought, I think I made a bit of a mistake there. So Luke's saying, insurance-wise, commercially used cover drone, which is my A2 license, pay per day, covers loss and liability up to. Yeah, the only thing is, Luke, would they actually class an FPV drone as something? I don't know.
You'd have to look at the small print, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, just really say to these people, look, I'm flying this, so you're going to cover me for that when I smash into a tree. I bet the majority will say no. Well, Luke says it covers all DJI and operators of any drone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
What about the excess on that, Luke? Do you know what the excess is? Because obviously there always is an excess, and if it's less than 250 quid, happy days.
I'm just looking at my Best Buy website. I can pick it up in 1 hour
What, the FPV?
if I wanted
There you go.
to.
Wow.
There you go.
Marcus.
You're going to be next.
Oh, I can see what we're going to be doing next week. I can see it.
In 2 or 3 hours' time, you can be flying a drone that you with goggles on, you hear.
Yep. It'll be like Jackie said, bloody hell, when it went over in sport mode. Bloody hell.
I think it's actually quite enjoyable for people who are not even flying the drone and they're watching it.
Yeah,
thinking,
it's good to watch. It is
any
good to
minute
watch.
now it's going to hit something. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yes.
What?
Is it that time? It's that time, Terry.
No.
Yes. We got carried away. Right.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
No, I seriously thought that you'd forgotten about it.
No,
honestly, no, I know, and it's getting very awkward, really. But anyway, you've possibly heard of this one before, but I don't know. This poor old boy, he's been living in Milton Keynes for a long, long time. Milton Keynes, by the way, Marcus, is a new town, and to us Southerners, it's up north. But anyway, Milton Keynes. And he wanted to plant his annual tomato garden in his backyard. And he's got a small type allotment-y thing in his back garden. And but now he's getting on. He's a wrinkly, much the same as a lot of us. And he's found it so difficult to work. The ground's hard after the frost. Then it starts raining. And he just can't go out and do it. And he's got so much else to do because he lives by himself. Housework to do, dog to feed, cat to feed, everything. So he wrote to his son. He said, Paul, who used to help him and now he's in prison. So he wrote his letter and he said to him, Paul, I'm feeling pretty sad because it looks like I won't be able to plant my tomato garden this year. Shut up, Jackie. I'm just getting too old to be digging up a garden plot. I know if you were here, my troubles would be over. I know you would be happy to dig a plot for me like in the old days. Lots of love, sad dad. He's sad because he can't get his tomatoes done. Anyway, a few days later he gets a reply from his son. Dad, do not dig up that garden. That's where the bodies are buried. Lots of love, Paul. 4 a.m. the next morning. Bang, 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 bang. It's the police, CID. Everyone comes in. They got SWT, all of them, the whole lot, firearms, everyone. They all come running in. Poor old boy, he's sitting there, put bloody handcuffs on him and everything. And they go out, dig the garden. They dig the entire garden, found nothing. And they looked at the old man and said, sorry, we got the wrong house, we think, because there's nothing there. And the old man sort of stood up and wiped a tear from his eyes and then thought, yeah, okay then. Then he received a letter from his son that day. Dear Dad, go ahead and plant the tomatoes now. That's the best I could do under the
bed. Terry's Joke of the Week.
I like that so much I was going to play it twice.
I have a question. Has Terry ever had a drone joke?
No. I've been looking for him, Ron. If you've got any, Ron, send them.
Yes.
Well, I'll talk to my joke writers and see what they can come up with.
That'd be great. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Kim.
Do you know what we had to spot with last week, Terry, didn't you?
Ducks.
This. Visual Terry. Sorry,
Terry.
Visual.
Yeah.
Where's it gone? I didn't see anything. All I saw was a blank screen.
Oh, didn't you see that?
I did.
Uno más.
This.
Say it again.
You must have seen it. Why did you see it? This.
Oh.
Look, this.
Hey.
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 That's a good video.
There was nothing.
What?
I got a blank screen.
I actually showed a very good video last week, Terry, on last week's show. I'm not going to show it again because everyone's seen that, but I thought Terry would like this. It's all about the DJI FPV drone, by the way. I'll tell you, especially for you. Do you want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Right, very quickly. I'll just show you a bit of it. Right,
Okay, so I think that was a very, very successful first manual flight. It was a lot easier than expected, but probably because I'm on a really, really wide field here. But as soon as you get closer to like smaller objects or flying through houses and all that kind of stuff, obviously you have to build up these skills. But yeah, for now the goal is just to practice as much as I can. And then I'm just going to go to some of my favorite spots here on Mallorca, and I'm going to capture some really, really epic cinematic shots.
Now that I tasted blood, I was fully committed to harnessing my FPV skills. My goal was clear. I wanted to gain full control over my drone in order to capture cinematic shots like I envisioned them before starting this journey. So in the upcoming days, I drove to various spots all around the island. I launched my drone every single day and challenged myself with new environments as much as I could.
Let's go for another try.
With each flight, I could feel my confidence grow and saw how I improved.
It's already feeling so much better than in the beginning. I think the sun is coming up in a minute. I think we have the perfect timing.
And after one straight week of training, I was finally able to pull off the shots I always imagined.
There you go.
That's after just a week of flying, you could do that. I'm in.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the maximum out of it, Ron. I want it to last a year or two.
A couple of things to point out, of course. I mean, that was very well edited, as Marcus pointed out last week. I mean, there's a lot of,
yes.
But also you've got to also think of the fact that that guy's been flying drones, I think, for a very long while.
Oh, crikey, yeah. But we could catch the ferry from Alicante to Mallorca, spend the weekend there, and come back experts.
There you go.
I'll meet you in Mallorca, Terry.
Before you go, Luke,
that'd be good.
Before you go, Luke, I think you need to come on next week to represent the Anglian Drone Seekers.
Yeah, but with some clothes on.
With some clothes, so put your tuxedo on,
Yeah, we got a strict dress code on this show.
We got some very
clothes
guests on next week. And if anyone's watching from the Irish Drone Seekers, send me a PM because no one's answering me. We need someone from the Irish Drone Seekers. Okay.
Yeah, whatever happened to? Do you remember Foggy, Clegg, and Compo?
Oh, well, Steve's here now. Chris is going to come on next week. Chris, I've forgotten his name. From Sheffield, Yorkshire Drone Seekers.
Pickering.
Crispy.
That's it. So that's Steve. That I think it's Steve. Anyway. I hope it's Steve. Anyway.
Not Christopher.
No, not Christopher.
What's a PS5?
Never. No, I don't wear clothes. Never. No.
Oh, come on, Luke.
Oh, come on, Luke.
You're going to scare everyone.
You went on the radio. Yeah, got nothing to say about that, have you? No. Well, Bernie, if you're listening.
He is listening.
He's a California man.
He is.
Yeah.
He is in California, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what about the Fly Guys?
So we I don't know where they are. Oh, they're in Finland.
That's right. Scotsman in Finland.
Yeah, Flyby Guys, they're Finland.
How many people can we get on here? So we've got Brian from the Borders.
Yeah.
We got Kim from Midlands. No, East
Anglia, isn't it?
East Midlands, isn't it? Kev.
Yeah. East Midlands.
Oh wow.
What about Yorkshire?
You've got Chris from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
How many can you have up at one time?
Harry from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And Marcus from the Idaho Drone Seekers.
I know.
Marcus is a fixture.
Well, we've got 10 slots, so we'll see what we can do. We might not be able to get them all on at once, but we'll have a good go. We'll try and break the system next week, shall we? That'll be interesting, won't it? So,
is this Luke's channel? Suffolk by Air? Suffolk from the Air, is that it?
That's
that
Luke.
Luke?
I think so, yeah, sure it is. Yeah, that's Luke's. He sounds naked on the radio.
Photography.
Naked on the radio. Luke, listen.
You've got
no one else from the Anglian Drone Seekers. Well, Jackie's no, she's Spanish Drone Seekers. That's no good.
Oh, okay.
I was East Anglian.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll find someone. Was this?
Lauren's saying you guys need a Canadian drone seeker group.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Well, there we are, Lauren. Crack on.
That's
You're the international drone seekers.
You got Jerry there. Jerry's in Canada.
Yeah, that's Jerry and Lauren. Yeah.
That's it then. So 2 of you.
How many people have to be part of something to call it a drone seekers group? How many do you need in that group?
Only one.
What?
You have to have a YouTube. What's that?
I found him now.
Luke.
What about the Toto brothers?
I can't beat 401. I'm already
Chicago.
Oh,
They could be the Chicago drone seekers.
yeah, you found it now.
Mm.
Right, so Lauren, so Kev, you got to do a Canadian Drone Seekers logo and send it to
No
Lauren.
problem. No problem.
We'll make sure we get the T-shirts printed.
Yeah.
And what about Jeannie?
Big old maple leaf in the middle.
It's got to be a maple leaf, hasn't it?
Is Jeannie in Tennessee? No, is it Tennessee? Where's Jeannie?
Yeah, she's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Nashville. That's it.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Oh, Knoxville.
Knoxville.
It's probably close to
that's
Nashville.
yeah. That's spelled Knox, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
So you don't know how to spell Knox, do you? It's Knock.
Knoxville.
Knoxville. Yeah, Knoxville. Knoxville. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, we'll let you off that one. Right, so we've got Canadian Drone Seekers up from next week. Oh, that'd be interesting. Right.
You're going to be busy this week, Steve.
Yeah.
So have we got any other drone seekers? Can anyone think any other drone seekers? What the Californian? What are they called?
You got the
Southern
Philippines, haven't you?
Californian chapter, isn't it?
Yeah, Southern California.
That's it.
Ireland.
Well, anyone from Ireland?
New Zealand.
Yeah,
Wasn't
what
there
about
one?
Ross in Australia?
You got Ross, haven't you, in Australia? Is he one of the chapters?
Is there an Australian drone seekers? No, I know of.
There's a New Zealand one.
Right.
Yeah, isn't there that guy from
Well, Harry
From
is the guy who
Brisbane.
actually. Harry was the one who he's actually got a drone seekers hoodie. He actually won the competition back in 2019.
Where's Harry from?
Philippines.
Philippines.
And I think they've got quite a few members of it because there is a Facebook group. I'm sure there is. So there we are. Nice to check all these other Facebook groups out with all the drone seekers. And
Yeah, so
I miss living in Canada so much. Well, Kim lived in Canada.
Oh, Kim used to live in Canada, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Has anybody in the panel here been to Canada?
Nope.
No.
Oh, Terry, good. Where were you? Terry, where were you in
all over
Canada?
the world.
I was in Toronto and Ontario.
I've been to Toronto too. Maybe we were there at the same time.
Possibly, and I was in St. Lawrence. We flew into St. Lawrence and we had engine trouble. I had to stay overnight in St. Lawrence.
Oh, really?
I then flew from there to the Bahamas and then from the Bahamas to Belize.
So Kim lived in
That was quite
Calgary.
the trip.
Military.
Oh, but okay. undercover.
Ron,
MI6.
I know. We can't talk about that on the air.
Well, on that note,
Marcus, stop it!
Yeah, we never did that, did we?
Did you like my white tuxedo, Marcus?
That was I couldn't help it when I saw that picture, Terry.
I know. We were bodyguards.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's that time
It's
again.
good time.
So we can see you next week for a special show. Don't forget, if you are watching, if you're still watching, that is, stay safe, fly safe, blah, blah, blah. And we'll see you all again next week. Take care.
Bye.
Joining us tonight on the Drone Seekers Sunday Show. It's good night from us until next time. Stay safe and fly safe.